How well does the Buffalo Sabres offseason currently grade out? What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video of Sports Talk Buffalo. Before we go any further, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. I talk Bills, Sabres, and UB Bulls men's basketball and football right here on this page. Now, it's no surprise that the Sabres were not overly active this offseason, especially when it came to free agents, or signing big-name free agents. However, they did seem to address some of their biggest issues this offseason with a couple of key signings and signing some of their guys that they had from last year. Now, the first moves the Sabres made, of course, was re-signing some of their own players. And that begins with 41-year-old goaltender Craig Anderson. Now, last year, I thought Anderson was a nice story. I genuinely cheered for him. He seems like a fantastic guy. He got his 300th win. He also had a winning record for the Buffalo Sabres. However, overall, I thought he was very inconsistent, and he just was below average when you look at his numbers at the end of the season. And I thought that it was time for the Sabres to move on from Anderson, as he had fulfilled the duties that I thought that he should have fulfilled last season as a stopgap goalie for the Buffalo Sabres. However, they decided to re-sign him as a veteran presence. And with that alone, the fact that the Sabres re-signed him, that is the lone key that I like for the Anderson re-signing, as the Sabres are one of the youngest teams in the entire NHL. So simply because of the leadership type role that he is going to bring, I'm going to grade that a C- for the Buffalo Sabres, again, simply because of the leadership that he's going to bring in, provide in that locker room for one of the youngest teams in the NHL. Now, the next player the Sabres re-signed, of course, was forward Victor Olofsson. They signed him for 2 years at $4.75 million per year. And this is a signing that I absolutely loved for the Buffalo Sabres. I have made that apparent. A lot of people still have that really negative connotation that he is just a power play specialist. However, last season, I think he showed everyone that he is a legitimate top six forward for the Buffalo Sabres. And he really shed that notion that he is only a power play forward. A majority of his goals and points overall came during 5-on-5 play. And I like this signing because, again, he is a legitimate top six forward. In his career, he has a .67 points per game type score. So over the course of an 82-game season, he is roughly a 55-point player. That alone is top six. That alone is worthy of being re-signed for the Buffalo Sabres. And I just really like that signing for Olofsson. Again, he's a little bit older. He's going to be able to take on a little bit more of a leadership role also and help the younger guys establish themselves. He played really well on the top line. He played really well on the second line. Of course, he always plays really well on the power play. Victor Olofsson is just an asset that you love to have moving forward for the Sabres. So I graded this one an A- signing for the Buffalo Sabres in the offseason. Now let's jump into some free agents. These two free agents are the biggest impact free agents for the Sabres heading in, as they are likely to fill prominent roles heading into this season for the Sabres. The first is Ilya Labushkin, who is a stay-at-home physical defenseman that the Buffalo Sabres sorely needed, and he is looking to potentially play big minutes for the Buffalo Sabres, as he is slotted in my opinion, on the second pair, opposite side, former number 1 overall pick, Owen Power, who is slated to be on the second pair, of course, this coming season. I think he's going to be able to provide some stability on the back end so that Owen Power can feel free to jump into the rush, especially as much as he jumped into the rush at the end of last season. He looked fantastic. He's also, Labushkin is also going to add a little bit of physicality, something the Sabres sorely needed. And with Labushkin, they got it. He averages nearly 3 hits per game for his entire career. So I graded this one out to be a B-. I like the signing. It's not going to knock your socks off. However, it's a solid signing, so a B- grade for that signing for the Buffalo Sabres, I think, is very fair. The most important signing, in my opinion, that the Sabres made in the offseason was, of course, signing their goaltender for the next few years, which is going to be goaltender Eric Comrie. He is slated, again, in my opinion, to be the starting goaltender for the Buffalo Sabres. And even though he did not get many starts in his first few seasons in the NHL, he is 27 years old. Last season, he played the most he has played in the NHL, and he performed his best. So he started to get comfortable and acclimated to the NHL speed and being able to play at the NHL level. He posted a very impressive .920 save percentage in his 19 games played. I believe he had 16 starts and 10 wins in that span. Eric Comrie is looking to jump all over the opportunity that the Buffalo Sabres are providing him in this in this season coming up and the season after, to establish himself as a potential starting goalie in the NHL. This could be a sneaky good signing for the Sabres, so I graded this one out to be a B overall. I like the signing. He has a load of potential. There's only thing that keeps it from being an A is the fact that he has a very short or a very small sample size heading into this upcoming season for the Sabres. Now, obviously, we won't know how good the draft was for the Sabres for at least the next few years because these players are going to take time to develop. However, from everything I have read and everything I have seen, most of the people are considering when they are grading the draft for the Sabres to be around an A grading for the draft, as they used all 11 of their picks, including all 3 of their first-round picks. The Sabres added a ton of young talent who have incredibly high ceilings, loads of potential in Savoy, Ostlund, and Kulich. They also were able to draft the best goalie prospect in the last draft in Tobias Lehtonen. I believe that's how you say his name. So the Sabres just came out of this last draft absolutely loaded. They provided tons and tons and tons of talent and upside into their pipeline. Tons of good prospects. Again, they used all 11 of their picks in this last draft. And I really liked what they did in this past draft. They definitely went after more skill than anything else. All said and done, this offseason grades out to be a solid B overall rating. It looked like at the beginning when Kevin Adams was hired, he may not have been the first choice. He was quite literally probably the last choice for a lot of Sabres fans. However, as the seasons have gone on, and as we have seen Adams get more and more acclimated into Buffalo and see his vision for the Sabres, it appears that is he what the Sabres fans wanted? Probably not. But is he what the Buffalo Sabres needed? It looks exactly like Kevin Adams is that guy for the Buffalo Sabres. And I am very excited to head into next season, this upcoming season for the Buffalo Sabres. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. Again, I talk Bills, Sabres, and UB Bulls men's basketball and football right here on this page. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic week.